The Guadalupe Mountains National Park is the epitome of fossil reefs, dating back from the Permian era. Many people travel here for extended hiking and backpacking at one of the most beautiful parks in Texas. It has a 40-mile-long range with canyons, glades, and desert scrubs. You can also visit the highest point in Texas, known as the Guadalupe Peak, which is 8,749 feet above the ground. The Guadalupe Mountains National Park is located in West Texas, about 40 miles southwest of Carlsbad Caverns. When the Mescalero Apaches were at war with the Comanches, they were forced to retreat to the Guadalupe Mountains. They survived here by learning to utilize the native plants and animals, and while the Mescaleros were able to adapt nicely to their environment, they were soon bombarded with uninvited settlers that were using up their resources, such as water and animals. They tried to defend their land but were defeated by soldiers and cavalrymen in a series of brutal skirmishes. By the end of the 1800s, the Mescaleros had been driven from the Guadalupes. They are still a very important historical site to the Mescalero Apaches, and each year, members of the tribes travel there to harvest agaves for ceremonial purposes. Felix McKittrick was one of the first European settlers in the Guadalupe Mountains. McKittrick Canyon in the park is thought to be named after him. In 1908, the Williams Ranch House was built, and it was named after its inhabitant, James Adolphus Williams from Van Horn, Texas. He consolidated most of the smaller ranches in the area into the Guadalupe Mountain Ranch. In 1921, Wallace Pratt, a geologist from Humble Oil and Refining Company, fell in love with the beauty of McKittrick Canyon and bought the land to build 2 homes in the canyon. Wallace Pratt donated about 6,000 acres of McKittrick Canyon, which became part of the Guadalupe Mountains National Park, which was dedicated and opened to the public in September of 1972.
The Guadalupe Mountains National Park is located in the Chihuahuan Desert but includes many ecosystems such as lush streamside woodlands of oaks and maples, rocky canyons, and mountaintop forests of ponderosa pine and Douglas fir. Together, these ecosystems provide habitats for 60 species of mammals, 289 species of birds, and 55 species of reptiles.
Many different ecosystems, there are many different types of animals. One of the most unique and unexpected ecosystems in the Guadalupe Mountains is the streamside woodlands. Riparian woodlands occur in places where there is water. Mule deer are one of the most common animals found in the riparian areas. Nocturnal animals such as skunks and raccoons can also be found here. Long-eared sunfish can be found in some of the springs in the park as well as in McKittrick Canyon. Although amphibians are rare in the desert, the Rio Grande leopard frog can occasionally be encountered in spring-fed pools in McKittrick Canyon. The desert animals are usually hard to view since they are nocturnal. They adapt to the heat of the desert by only coming out at night when it is cooler and not so dry. Nocturnal desert animals include the coyote, mountain lion, bobcat, Texas banded gecko, and about 16 species of bats. Desert reptiles include the western diamondback rattlesnake, collared lizard, crevice spiny lizard, and the Chihuahuan spotted whiptail. Almost all lizards found in the park can be seen during the day. The rocky canyons are home to ringtails, rock squirrels, and a variety of reptiles.
Over 1,000 species of plants have been identified in the Guadalupe Mountains National Park. Their variety reflects influence from the Rocky Mountains, the Great Plains, and the Chihuahuan Desert. The plant life makes the area difficult to classify. Many scientists recognize 4 to 5 generalized habitats ranging from succulent and shrub deserts in the lowlands and south-facing slopes to semi-arid grasslands above 5,000 feet to mixed coniferous and deciduous forests, woodlands, and coniferous forests at the highest elevation. Air quality has been monitored in the Guadalupe Mountains since 1982. An observation from 1990 to 1999 confirmed that the visibility is degrading on the haziest days and slightly improving on the clearest days. There is still a concern as urban populations continue to grow and the pollutants from as far away as Los Angeles are transported to the region. Nighttime visibility is also a concern. Currently, visitors enjoy pristine nighttime skies. The National Park Service has retrofitted its facilities with light shields, high-efficiency fixtures, and low-sodium lights to minimize light pollution and provide a leading example for nearby communities. Returning fire to the environment as a natural part of change is another challenge park managers face. Very little is known about the historic role of fire in the Guadalupe Mountains. It is not clear whether Native Americans used fire here like they did in other parts of the country, or to what extent that an area's ranching history changed the fire regimen. Today, re-elect woodlands in the high country and canyons have accumulated dangerous levels of fuel, which could potentially burn at catastrophic levels. Scientists are currently studying scarring in the cross-sections of trees to determine fire history, so that all fire management decisions have a scientific basis. In order for park managers to allow fire to return to its natural role, fuels will be reduced through prescribed natural fire, controlled burns, and mechanical removal to prevent catastrophic fires from occurring.